Are we on the same wavelength? What does that mean, and how does it apply to the spiritual path? That's what I wanted to talk about today, and I feel this is of great importance right now in our world as we are experiencing a lot of fear, which is causing, in some places, with some people, chaos based on that fear. And so, how can we remain the calm within the storm? And by remaining that calm within the storm, how can we help others? So, this has a lot to do with, are we on the same wavelength? So, last night I was just pondering and kind of reflecting back over different experiences I've had throughout my life. And some of those experiences have been transcendence, have been a samadhi, possibly a samadhi state. And so that got me wondering about brainwaves and where are the brainwaves when I'm in this transcendence or when I'm in this samadhi state. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a little bit off my computer so we can kind of get on the same page, and so I can communicate clearly what it is I want to communicate to show the importance of the brain waves and being aware of what they are in connection to how are we experiencing our lives. So I'm going to take just a few minutes here and go over what do I mean by are we on the same wavelength, why that's important. Also, I'm going to go over what the brain waves are, and so that we can have a clear understanding with each other. Okay, so a wavelength is the distance between two peaks in a wave. And if you are on the same wavelength with someone else, you are in sync and you share the same perspective. You can say my best friend and I are on the same wavelength, meaning you truly understand each other and tend to see the world in the same way. And from this, I also wanted to share what is a spiritual resonance, and how does that apply with brainwaves, and whether we are experiencing life through love and peace and joy or fear. So what happens when two objects vibrate at the same frequency? A resonance happens when two interconnected objects share the same vibrational frequency. When one of the objects is vibrating, it forces the second object into vibrational motion. The result is a larger vibration. When you are in soul resonance, you are in tune with your inner nature, depth and process, soul, and with the source, magic and mystery of life, spirit. The soul resonance journey is a progressive work of personal soul recovery from soul loss into soulfulness and soulful living. The law of resonance is the law which determines precisely what it is attracted based on the resonance or frequency of energy that is chosen by you through your emotional response system, and as a result of that choice determines the kind of quality and the resonance of frequency projected. And then I just want to go over quickly brainwaves. And not that I want to give a lesson in brainwaves, but it is something to be aware of, and I'm certainly not an expert on brainwaves, or I haven't delved deeply into understanding this to the point that I can articulate it as well as kind of just reading off of something that I found that that I think is kind of simplifying and clear. So, what are brainwaves? At the root of all our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors is the communication between neurons within our brain. Our brain waves change according to what we're doing and feeling. When slower brain waves are dominant, we can feel tired, slow, sluggish, or dreamy. The higher frequencies are dominant when we feel wired or hyper alert. So I'm going to go through the main four brain waves, and then there is another one, which has to do with experiencing transcendence and states of samadhi. So the slowest brainwave, I'll go from slowest to fast to the fastest. The slowest brainwaves is delta waves. Delta brainwaves are slow, loud brainwaves, low frequency, and deeply penetrating like a drum beat. They are generated in deepest meditation and dreamless sleep. Delta waves suspend external awareness and are the source of empathy. Healing and regeneration are stimulated in this state, and that is why deep restorative sleep is so essential in the healing process. So most of us, when we are in the slowest brain wave, which is delta, are asleep. Psychics and people that are are empaths, are known as empaths, can stay in a delta brainwave while awake, while conscious. And that kind of is what gives psychics and empaths their gifts and abilities. And then we move into a little bit faster brainwave theta. Theta brainwaves occur most often in sleep, but are also dominant in deep meditation. Theta is our gateway to learning, memory, and intuition. In theta, our senses are withdrawn from the external world and focused on signals originating from within. It is that twilight state which we normally only experience fleetingly as we wake or drift off into sleep. In theta, we are in a dream, vivid imagery, intuition, and information beyond our normal conscious awareness. It's where we hold our stuff, our fears, troubled history, and nightmares. Okay, and then moving a little bit faster is alpha brainwaves. Alpha brainwaves are dominant during quietly flowing thoughts and in some meditative states. Alpha is the power of now, being here in the present. Alpha is the resting state for the brain. Alpha waves aid overall mental coordination, calmness, alertness, mind-body integration, and learning. I kind of see alpha brainwaves as like a bridge between two worlds almost, as far as what we experience when we're in different brainwaves. And the fastest brainwave is beta. And something I wanted to say about beta is even though it's the fastest brainwave, there are different levels, I guess, of beta, of being in that fast brainwave, which can lead, if it becomes hyper and extremely fast, can lead to anxiety, and of course anxiety leads to fear, or fear brings anxiety, whichever way you look at that. So beta brainwaves dominate our normal waking state of consciousness when attention is directed towards cognitive tasks and the outside world. Beta is fast activity, present when we are alert, attentive, engaged in problem solving, judgment, decision making, or focused mental activity. So that kind of covers the brain waves, although there is another brain wave, which is actually the fastest brain wave. And We don't hear a whole lot about this brainwave, which is called gamma, the gamma brainwaves. Gamma brainwaves are the fastest of brainwaves, high frequency, like a flute, and relate to simultaneously processing of information from different brain areas. Gamma brainwaves pass information rapidly and quietly. The most subtle of the brainwave frequencies, the mind has to be quiet to access gamma. Gamma was dismissed as spare brain noise until researchers discovered it was highly active when in states of universal love, altruism, and the higher virtues. Gamma is also above the frequency of neural firing, so how it generated remains a mystery. It is speculated that gamma rhythms modulate perception and consciousness, and that a greater presence of gamma relates to expanded consciousness and spiritual emergence. And I'm just going to read just a little bit more to kind of connect the dots to the importance of brainwaves. What does it mean to say to someone, oh, I feel like we're in the same wavelength, or I don't think we're in the same wavelength. What does that mean, and why is that important to know what we're actually saying when we say that? So just to continue just a little bit more, overarousal in certain brain areas is linked with anxiety disorders, sleep problems, nightmares, hypervigilance, impulsive behavior, anger, aggression, agitation, depression, chronic nerve pain. Underarousal in certain brain areas lead to some types of depression, attention deficit, chronic pain, and insomnia. A combination of underarousal and overarousal is seen in cases of anxiety, depression, and ADHD. Let's see, just a little bit more. Instabilities in brain rhythms can cause tics, obsessive compulsive disorder, aggressive behavior, rage, panic attacks, bipolar, migraines, sleep apnea, vertigo, on and on and on, and explosive behavior. And so when I was thinking about this last night, I was thinking, like, why are some people handling the news and what we're experiencing today with the coronavirus? Why are some people kind of taking that in and then experiencing kind of a panic and fear and chaos? Not that it's not something to definitely be aware of and take precautions and do whatever we can to help each other out during this time. But when I was thinking about that, I was thinking, what makes the difference? Because in my mind, we, of course, are all created equal. And what is causing some people to panic and some people to stay calm? And to me, it's simply the brain waves. And knowing when fear does start to take over, what can we do? And there's lots of things we can do. And as we do these specific things, we kind of are able to alter our brain waves. Meditation, yoga, breath work. These are things you can definitely do in your home. All kinds of material on YouTube that can help you with that. I started thinking about that, and I started thinking, that's exactly what's going on. It's the difference of where a person is at in their brainwave states, and do they know what actions they can take to calm themselves down. And so I found this an intriguing awareness for me to come to. And then I realized as I was kind of connecting those dots, I realized, gosh, you know, those of us that do meditate and do yoga and breath work and know how to keep ourselves in a calm state, we can so help out right now. So whoever we're interacting with, when we remain calm in a place of love, in a place of peace, we're kind of sending out that brainwave vibration. And if we hold firm to that, if we hold true to that, it can become contagious. People are picking up on that and they start to resonate with that. They start to harmonize with that. And then before you know it, we kind of are all getting on that wavelength of love, peace, harmony, joy. And this is really a way that we can help out today. I just wanted to read a little bit of something I wrote to close this video. I wanted to make this video today to be a reminder of the importance of being calm in the storm. When we can remain calm, we are in a balanced and peaceful state of mind, and we can actually help others find peace and balance should they be caught up in fear. The stronger our commitment is to holding this peace and balanced state of mind, we can, through the law of resonance, help to bring others who may be caught up in fear into a calmness and peace that we are resonating. They will sense it, they will feel it, and maybe they won't know why, but they will begin to feel calm as well. We don't even need to speak about anything. Just show up in all your interactions in harmony, in a place of love, peace, and joy. And soon others will join us, and we will be on the same wavelength as we move towards a world of hope and promise. Have a wonderful day.